Did you know that a veterinarian is often a surgeon, a radiologist, a dentist, and a psychiatrist all at the same time because their patients can never tell them where it hurts? Welcome to Career Spotlight, the YouTube channel that puts a spotlight on every career. Follow us to catch the next career we will shine a light on. Today, we explore the world of veterinary medicine, a profession that sits at the intersection of complex medical science and deep emotional compassion. Being a veterinarian is far more than just liking animals. It is a high-stakes medical career that requires the ability to solve diagnostic mysteries without a single word of verbal feedback from the patient. These professionals are the frontline guardians of the human-animal bond, ensuring the health of our companions, our livestock, and our ecosystems. The day for a veterinarian typically begins early, often around 7 or 8 in the morning, as they arrive at the clinic or hospital to check on overnight patients. This first hour is critical for assessment. You will find the vet walking through the kennel area, reviewing charts, and checking fluid bags or surgical drains. They examine the animals who were admitted for emergencies the night before, noting any changes in their breathing, temperature, or alertness. By 9 o'clock, the flurry of outpatient appointments begins. Every 20 to 30 minutes, a new patient enters the exam room. The veterinarian must transition seamlessly from a routine puppy vaccination to a senior cat with weight loss or a sudden lameness in a working dog. They use their hands as much as their eyes, performing a nose-to-tail physical exam. They feel for enlarged lymph nodes, palpate the abdomen for masses, and use an ophthalmoscope to peer into the back of an eye. This tactile feedback is essential for detecting issues that an owner might have missed. Between these appointments, the veterinarian moves to the treatment area to perform scheduled surgeries. This is where the environment shifts from a consulting room to a sterile operating suite. After scrubbing in and donning a sterile gown and gloves, they might perform a routine neuter or a much more complex procedure, such as an enterotomy to remove a swallowed foreign object. In these moments, they are focused on the steady beep of the anesthesia monitor, coordinating with a veterinary technician who manages the patient's vitals. The tools vary from standard scalpels and hemostats to advanced electrocautery units and surgical lasers. Beyond surgery, many vets spend their midday hours interpreting diagnostics. They sit at high-resolution monitors reviewing digital radiographs, looking for the faint shadow of a tumor or the jagged line of a fracture. They analyze blood chemistry panels, looking at liver enzymes and kidney values to determine the best course of medication. The work environment is a unique blend of a medical office and a laboratory. It is often fast-paced, loud with the sounds of barking or meowing, and smells of antiseptic cleaners and animal dander. It is also an emotionally charged space. A veterinarian must be able to deliver heartbreaking news to a grieving family one moment and then walk into the next room with a smile to greet a brand new kitten. This emotional agility is one of the most challenging aspects of the job. In addition to daily clinical work, the weekly schedule often includes administrative duties. This might involve calling labs to discuss unusual biopsy results, researching new treatment protocols for a rare case, or communicating with specialists for referrals. For those in large animal or mobile practice, the office is a truck equipped with portable ultrasound machines and power tools, and the workplace might be a muddy farm field or a high-end horse stable. To excel in this role, specific skills are non-negotiable. Scientific aptitude is the foundation, but communication is the bridge. You are not just treating an animal, you are managing a client. You must be able to explain complex biological processes in a way that is understandable and empathetic. Critical thinking is vital when a patient presents with vague symptoms like lethargy or loss of appetite. You have to be a detective, ordering the right tests and prioritizing treatments based on the most likely diagnosis. Physical stamina is also required, as you will spend most of the day on your feet, often lifting heavy animals or restraining energetic ones. Finally, emotional resilience is key. Dealing with end-of-life care and the stress of emergency medicine requires a strong internal support system and a commitment to mental well-being. Transitioning to the second part of our look at this career, let's talk about how you get there. The path to becoming a veterinarian is rigorous and begins with a strong undergraduate foundation in biological sciences, chemistry, and physics. Most aspiring vets spend 4 years in pre veterinary studies before applying to a Doctor of Veterinary Medicine program. Admission to vet school is notoriously competitive, often more so than human medical school, due to the limited number of institutions. Once admitted, you face 4 years of intensive study. The first 3 years are classroom based, covering anatomy, physiology, pharmacology, and pathology across multiple species. The fourth year is spent in clinical rotations, where students get hands on experience in various departments like internal medicine, surgery, and emergency care. After graduation, you must pass the North American Veterinary Licensing Examination to practice. As an entry level associate veterinarian, your focus is on building clinical speed and confidence. You typically start in a general practice where you handle common cases and routine surgeries. Starting salaries for new graduates generally range from $80,000 to $100,000, depending on the location and type of practice. As you move into the mid level of your career, with 5 to 10 years of experience, you might choose to specialize or take on more complex medical management. This is the stage where many vets seek board certification in specialties like dermatology, cardiology, or oncology, which requires an additional residency. Mid-level veterinarians can expect salaries between $120,000 and $160,000. At the senior level, many veterinarians move into practice ownership, hospital management, or high-level specialist roles. A practice owner not only treats patients, but also manages the business, including hiring staff and managing finances. These roles can command salaries well over $180,000, especially in high-demand urban areas or specialized surgical centers. Beyond the traditional clinic settings, there are many lateral moves available. Some veterinarians work for the government in food safety and inspection, ensuring our food supply is free from disease. Others work in research and development for pharmaceutical companies, testing new drugs and vaccines. Some find their calling in public health, studying zoonotic diseases that jump from animals to humans, or in wildlife conservation, working for zoos or international nonprofits. The industry outlook for veterinarians is extremely positive, with a projected growth rate that exceeds the average for all occupations. This is driven by an increase in pet spending and a growing awareness of animal welfare. Choosing this path means dedicating your life to those who cannot speak for themselves. It is a career of high highs and low lows, but the reward of seeing a once critically ill animal walk out the door with its wagging tail is a feeling few other professions can match. If you have a passion for science and a heart for service, the world of veterinary medicine is waiting for you. It is a journey of lifelong learning and profound impact. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow Career Spotlight so you never miss the next career we shine a light on.